This video is intended for audiences who are 13 and over. If you are not 13 and over, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, well, I guess you were right. He wasn't a pedophile after all. Right?
Well, hold on.
One for William,
you can't.
For what?
I don't know.
It was implied to begin with, my guy. Like, it was like the.
I don't think we proved that empirically. I don't think that was proven empirically.
Staring at kids in the park, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of bad dads out there, though. There's a lot of bad dads out there.
Yeah, I mean, he was very.
You can be a pedophile and a dad.
Like, oh my god! I swear. Okay, well. Moving away from that, okay, I was always right all along.
There's some problematic people out there. Grow up. That's the problem. Is they try to grow up and then the parents go, no.
No, but like oh my god, fucking like I don't like I know.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be an incognito mode.
They didn't probably like what's the word I'm looking for? They didn't like. Well, they didn't No, they kind of excused it. No, I'm gonna say it. They kind of excused it because like there was so many times where I'm like in fear for this child's like fucking like being, only because like his father almost like struck him down and stuff, right? But it doesn't feel like at the end of it there wasn't a proper conversation. It's like, hey, I like these were like the dark feelings that manifested within me. But those were my feelings. I am very sorry. I will do better. But then they kind of like excuse it or something like that, a little bit with the kid. It's like, no, I always know you do your best with me, Dad. I'm like, kid, no, let him own up to this. Don't let him get away with this. That was bad.
Yeah, he definitely tried. He definitely tried.
Parenting. That's right.
Yeah, like it was like
he also
it was, like, really bad. I'm like, no, please don't excuse it, please. Just like he almost struck you. You could have died, kid.
And also, not only that, he definitely said, hey, having friends is a distraction. I want you to stay in isolation. Don't talk to your friends.
Yeah. And it's like everything he was doing, like with this kid and studying and whatnot.
Hey, he's just
sucks.
Hey, look, you have to do better,
Absolutely.
or else you end up like me, working in an office space every day. To the point where, hey, I want to kill myself. But these blue lights that lines up the street as I walk home tells me not to, right?
Yeah, it's just like there's this other thing where like when the teacher comes in. I don't remember his name for the life of me, but he comes in and he's like, you try to keep the boy and the Kimmy together, don't you? And it now ruined the father and son's relationship. Can you see how this is not the natural order? My guy. We literally
I don't think I was the problem there.
Child, and
hey,
you're like, and you're saying that ruined the relationship. Right? It had nothing. It never ruined the relationship. It was already ruined to begin with. I cannot accept it.
You're ruining the order, the natural order of a parent abusing their child.
No, I hated it. I hated that shit so much. I was so fucking pissed off. Like I was enjoying the episode otherwise, right? Because I was hoping like by the end they would kind of be like, no, yeah, he needs some fucking like accountability and shit. And then there's this whole thing where he's like, but I'm like, my guy, Sabo Noodle literally was probably like the best thing that has ever happened to this kid. He didn't ruin shit. That was that was the dad's fault, straight up, 100%. Are you?
Yeah, it's not on him for having a friend. Oh no, he had a friend.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's just like, oh my god, they just excuse it. I don't like no. Please don't.
Also, I feel like the whole point was that fucking Hotaro was trying to prove like we don't have to fucking Men in Black this kid and his dad, right? We can they need to learn from this experience and like improve. And it's like, yeah, I'm wiping their fucking brains.
No, yeah, it's just like
I am resetting all this progress they just made back to zero, right?
No,
they can relearn this without the penny being involved, right? They need to learn this like regular humans, not with a magical talking cactus just saying its name every 5 seconds.
Literally, Sabo Noodle is like a therapy cactus. Let them have it. It literally made the relationship better by opening up the faults that they had, and then had them like basically like come to an understanding of each other. And you're saying it ruined their relationship? It's not a natural.
I definitely didn't ruin it. That was definitely not the thing that ruined the relationship. The thing that ruined the relationship was his mother leaving him.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see those articles I shared you?
No, I didn't. I was too into.
Oh, you should take a look at them. There's instances of I'm right and you're wrong. He could still be a pedophile.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
yeah, sure. All right. Okay.
Look, I'm just saying I found receipts, okay? I found receipts. Where's your empirical
okay,
data?
but does the receipt belong here?
I mean,
Does the receipt belong
I don't know.
here? No, it doesn't.
We don't know how he's punishing him for his bad grades. I've seen Brazzers.
Jesus, fuck. Oh my god. Alright, get out of here, you. Anyway, that's that. I guess I didn't mean to get into this rant like in the beginning, but I kind of had to.
I mean, it is a very weird interaction between the like. It's one of those things where it's like we saved. It's a weird thing that happens sometimes in Kamen Rider. I think so, at least, where it's like we saved the day, or like we fixed the problem in terms of like we took care of like the overarching plot problem, but we didn't really address the thing that kind of got the human element that got brought up in this. Like, there's so much about it where it's like, yeah, okay, cool. How are we going? Are we just gonna like leave this kid to like be like with his dad that's like not super like letting him have anything?
Oh, I think as soon as the Kemi stopped being involved, they're like, hey, it's not our problem anymore, you know? Leave that to the justice. Leave that to child services, you know, right? Are we gonna notify it? No. Should we tell someone? No. They will only call child service if there is a Kemi at the child service office, and they can cross it off under us. Oh, hey, we can also, while we're at the child service, hey, let's just tell them about this kid being abused, you know, right? Since we're here, you know, right?
I mean, it really feels like it should
We're not
be.
gonna get another opportunity like this, you know, right? You know how far this office is away from the school? Like, we have to walk all this way, you know? Right? That's why I feel that the teacher would 100% say and do. He was like, yeah, man, look, man, if it's not a Kemi or Kemi related incident, I don't care. It is not, boy,
It's
man,
just
is
outside
there
of his
fentanyl being
job
distributed
scope.
to the school system? I don't care. Unless it is the fentanyl Kemi, I'm not getting involved, you know, right?
The fentanyl Kemi.
Hey, I have
my
no
God.
reason to believe that there isn't a fentanyl Kemi within this universe,
Yeah,
alright?
based off of what we've seen so far, because it's pretty all. Man, if there's I mean, it could be like Prescripto Kemi.
Prescripto Kemi.
Oh, man,
I mean-
I want you to bet that Ichinoshi does not know what fentanyl is, and he'll say, oh, it has the word from, like the word friend. Therefore, this Kemi is my friend.
Yeah, and then they go on all sorts of adventures together. Very, very short-lived adventures.
Yeah, to the hospital. To the hospital. Hey, anyway, it's fucking. What is this again?
Hey, good thing you brought it up, because it is our weekly unnamed discussion series about Kamen Rider
Oh,
Gotchard.
you do a segue.
Weekly
You
series
make
where I
that
also-
work, but
a
whenever I do
person
something, you
who
just don't
reports
bother
any
doing it. What the
incidents
fuck?
to the proper authority, and joined by my friend William. That's you, a person who gives out free fentanyl that across an elementary school, as we are joined
Yeah,
by her
take it,
good
use it.
friend Tariq to talk about the latest Kamen Rider season. Hey, this is episode 8, Great Bond. Hey, Will, I don't know if you heard about that story that popped up in the news last week, but that was insane.
In the news last week?
Wait, what story?
Yeah, about a homeless guy
now I'm
that
confused.
that opened up okay, using the word shop is not the correct term. That opened up like a little area. Said, hey, free fentanyl, and he was right across an elementary
What?
school.
What?
What?
I'm gonna find that news for you guys talk about this.
Oh my.
You guys talk about the
Well,
actual
there's nothing else
Okay,
I want to
okay,
hear
go.
about now at this point. But anyway, we come back to the gripping cliffhanger that we were at, where
he was.
Hotaro was falling to his death because the needle jumped out. Because
Holy shit, this story gets
the-
more insane.
Because Sabo Needle jumped out of a fucking goddamn driver
was a
because
homeless guy,
maybe
but
having your transformation trinkets transform on their own, like have sentience is probably okay. I just want to point out that this is also related to my thing earlier. I just want to say I think I'm right.
Not in this case, damn you! I swear.
I don't know. He's
This
also
feels
what?
insane.
It's not a joke. What the fuck?
I refuse to read that.
What? Oh my god, this is the set it. Wow. I've been home. I'm just passing on the drugs that other people give me so I can get blankets and supplies. Listen, it's just like the Native Americans did. Fuck.
Fuck. Oh my god. Fuck you.
Oh
Now I'm
god.
reading this.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah, that's it. This part was insane, right? But hey, look, but don't worry, look, Ichi knows, like, hey, he is taking his time to fall to his death here, right? He is taking.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to fall to his death. I'm just, boy, I want to hear that. I want to see that splat, you know. You're right. I want to see that gloop. You know, it's like it's like when you throw a silly pully from the upstairs down, and it goes out and it splats out. You know, I'm waiting for that to happen. He's
Or
really
like if you
taking
drop
his-
a tomato from the top of a museum.
Right, I'm waiting for it to happen. No, hey, look, boy. Like I said, hey, look. Here's a thing we're never gonna see a form for. I fucking hate this thing. I don't understand what the fuck.
Yeah, it's a whale and a bike. I don't know why there are two bike forms in this one Kamen Rider.
No, this is an actual pedal bike, right? But the lion is an actual
A pedal or
motorcycle
hold on,
bike.
pedal or pedo? There's been a lot of confusion about these
Oh, boy,
about
man.
words.
I'm
Man,
not
which
gonna
they
lie.
start-
Which one?
We've had-
I heard one thing while I was reading this. I really hope it wasn't that one thing.
Oh man, don't gaslight yourself into everything, into this, you know. Like,
Gaslight myself. Now he's gaslighting me about gaslighting myself. You hear this? Like, also,
Anyway.
I really think like when he transformed into the that bike, right?
It's also huge,
no, for
gigantic.
what it
I
is,
think
yeah,
that
it is huge.
that bears notice is that it's also gigantic because it's supposed to be a whale and a fucking bike. Which, what the fuck?
No, yeah, but my thing was like, like when they brought in the new I guess his rider form or whatever, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's just a JPEG, right? Or like the picture of on the car.
Oh yeah, it's 100% a stretched and warped JPEG with mild animation. Like
Yeah.
this is
Like
this
my
is
thi-
definitely realized they did not want to spend money to animate an actual bike, right? To pay some.
yeah.
Right?
This is not
Right?
this is
They-
not Revice with like the combined forms or whatever. This is just we took the image from like a drawing and we stretched it around.
Please, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
we're doing the stupid gotcha
It looks
animation.
a lot better than the previous CG. So when I saw it like that, I'm like, wait, that's just JPEG. But it looks pretty
Yep,
good actually. So,
they kept it simple. Yeah, they just
Oh,
had.
but hey,
it was also perfectly
speaking
scaled
of how
so
we're
that it would
getting
look
robbed,
big.
Right? Hey, I was gonna post this image about how we're getting robbed, right? Within the show.
Oh yeah. So I just want to point out, I that's a great point. So I saw this weekend when I was looking up forms because I was like, huh, is that actually like what the fuck is this form called? And then I looked at it, and then I saw that they had updated it on the wiki with the theoretical forms of the ones that have just been in the quote unquote wild mode.
All right.
And some of them are actually pretty fucking dope.
All right, so wait, so there is an official Bandai. So on the official Toei website, right, where you can play with, and there's a hypothetical driver flash game or whatever the fuck, right, where you can mix and match the cards to do your own zany stuff, right, right. And so they have put out. On the official one, they have put out all the hypothetical form that could have been on the show, but they decided not to because they realized it's easier just to have a drawing of it instead. So these are all the forms as of right now within the show of stuff that we have always seen the stupid JPEG or prop gun is, right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we got
Like a cluster of like CG like Energy Maru. Do you remember? Okay, William, I know it's only been 8 episodes. Do you remember where that showed up? Energy Maru is the top left one.
Energy Maru. Not second episode, that's for sure.
But do you remember the context for it?
Wait, was that episode? What do you call it? Episode 3? I think that's the one. No, or was it episode 2? That was a really dark episode.
It was episod 4.
yeah. I mean, just to say
episode 4?
the premise, right? Yeah, I think name the episode.
Yeah, but do you remember the context of what the transformation looked like?
No, I have no remembrance.
Don't worry, it wasn't anything. It was just a big swirly piece of glowy goop. That's it. Because he was combining the fucking like Sasuke Maru or whatever, like the ninja one, with the energy drink one, and he used it to. escape to run away from Lachesis or whatever. Like, he just turns into a fucking bunch of goop and fucking and tries to, like, and throws energy shurikens to destroy one drone and restrain the second with his gel, according to the wiki summary.
The fuck?
Like, it was just, let's see, do they have a photo of
any
I'm gonna see if I can. I
want
to see if I can find a
terrible, right?
It was really bad, and it
the
wasn't
stupid butterfly gun, right? From when he got
that
by the
shit.
Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mad Pirates was also from the 4th episode because it's the one that he used when he burst out of the fucking wall.
Yeah, that I remember too. That one is drawing a blank for me. If only because I only recognize the bike. But, oh no, wait, is that the whale?
Yeah, it's the whale.
Yeah,
oh my god, he would have used the whale as punching gloves, yo.
Oh my god, that
would have been so sick.
He gets big. He becomes so big and chunky for no fucking reason.
Dude,
here, I'm gonna pull up. This is energy. This is what Energy Maru looked like.
Oh my god, I would have been so for the fucking. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's fucking Flubber with violence.
Like, no, it's not even Flubber that first came to mind. Do you remember the movie The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? You remember when
yes, the classic movie.
Yeah,
yes,
you
of
remember
course.
when they summoned the souls of the dead?
Okay, sure.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's
for
being
a
very
hot
kind.
second, because
It looks like, you know what? It also you're right, because it does also look like it was made in fucking 1993, or no, 1998, 6.
Oh my god. Yeah, that shit's
The Mummy,
so
Brendan Fraser,
exactly.
1999. Okay,
yeah, that shit's so fucking. That's.
Yes.
It could be a
And
mix
here's-
of
okay,
Flubber
so
and
the-
Souls of the Dead.
so the last one is the Odori Mantis one. This is what that one looks like as a wild form.
Man, have they all
versus
been
what
shitty JPEGs? A majority of them shitty.
Except for this one, I mean, that one is definitely a shitty JPEG, but it kind of like they did more movement, I think, with like the
with the CGI
the claws.
Tornado. Right.
Yeah. Oh, what? Okay. So what Austin's not including though is a couple other ones that are there.
Oh man, they posted more. I only saw these 5 get posted.
So
I know they posted the big spoiler for next month, the new form.
Yeah. Do you remember? Okay. Do you remember this guy from literally last episode?
Yeah, vaguely.
It's smartphone plus fucking I think it's Firefly.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
what is it? This is the theoretical form for that as a fucking rider.
Huh.
Oh man, I didn't even
That
see
doesn't
this
look
one
bad.
get
The
posted.
fuck?
That's not bad. I don't hate
Yeah,
that.
it's not the worst. I kind of don't like the show.
I mean, hey, it's better than another form that we see this episode, because, God, there's one that I fucking hate that comes up.
Wait, what do you mean?
Hey, anyway,
Oh my God.
Hey, no, you'll see it in like next month.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. All right,
No,
that's
not the one that I'm mad about.
Of avoiding this child getting kidnapped by a potential, at the current moment, a child predator. Let's kidnap this child and take him away. You know, right?
Yeah, hey, don't worry. Get in my bike, little boy. Let's go run away. Oh, wait, we have to go find your cactus friend? Oh,
Yeah.
We should probably go find him. Because also he's still a fucking sentient being that is on the loose and is important for our, like, plot to stop the doorway of darkness or whatever the fuck. Which, I just want to use that as a tangent to go into the second most uncomfortable thing about this fucking show, which is Atropos. Once again, I've said before, just feels weird. He has real fucking pageant child.
Yeah, and when she
But she sits in the seat and then her feet dangle.
I was like, man, this seat is too big. They did not get a child seat for her.
It does not. It doesn't. It is so jarring to see this actual, like, maybe 10-year-old, like, sitting in a seat, trying to look intimidating, wearing way too much makeup, and it's just like, where are your parents? Not the character, the actress. Where are your parents? because I'm hoping that you're okay. But boy, this is a weird role for a kid.
Live update, 9. The actress is 9.
Okay, I said 8. Did she just turn 9, or was she
June 2014? They do not list her date of birth, which her actual day.
You just said June 2014. So she turned 9 this year. She was 8. So she turned 9 this year. So she was 8 recently. Just saying, I was close. Anyway, point is, then she just gaslights Rene into, or not gaslight. She just plays the crying child thing, and then even though she's already trying to do like the cause the social like anxiety of like, oh, there's a crying child and she's like this mean lady is bullying me, and then she just uses mind control anyway to make everybody stand up and look at her. Well, if you're gonna use mind control, why are you playing the fucking child card? You don't have to do that.
Well, hey, I was like, what the fuck was she? What was that thing she was doing, by the way?
It looked like a fucking... I thought it... At first I was like, oh, it's some kind of, like, gem or something. But then I looked at it again, and it looks like one of those fucking, the folding paper, fortune tellers.
Yeah, okay, good. That's what I thought. I was trying to figure out what the fuck that she was doing. I was like... Because here's the thing. We have never seen her use this stupid thing before, right? When it shows, I was like...
Yeah, and we don't even know what it is. Like, it's not like... It's not like this is something that all of the
sisters
Abyssalist
use, right,
sisters
as
have.
their own like plot, as their own plot element, right? This is like some weird random piece of paper. She starts. I was like, oh, I guess they can do that. All right.
I guess we can just make everybody stand up, and then I disappear, and then
I guess we should note that down. This may or may not come up on the quiz later.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then also,
this piece of triangular paper. This is going to be really important. Yeah. That's when he put the codes, right? Yeah,
I remember.
Also, Renge is just like completely oblivious to this, and like just shows up with the drinks. It's like, hey, there's a thing happening. It's like, hey, drinks shouldn't take so long that you completely miss the literal main villain of like, or current main villain, like. Just stopping by and intimidating me and telling me, your dad might be alive.
There's a lot of drinks she has to carry, right? Look, she has to take her time.
It's two drinks.
It's a lot of responsibility.
It's like 2 drinks and like 2 okay confection, like fucking pastries.
And look, she has to take her time, right?
Yeah,
she has to make sure she doesn't spill it.
Yeah, it'd be such a shame.
What if they fell? If all... like, probably, like, 800 yen fucking, like, 3-bite worth fucking pastries fucking fell.
I mean...
Shit looks ridiculous. Anyway, apparently Clotho and, Lachesis are fucking... have some, like, dick measuring contest with each other because that's what you gotta do when you've got a series of generals.
Sister, right? They're arguing with each other,
Yeah,
like, they're not mature yet, like Atros, what the fuck is
Atropos,
right?
Yeah.
Look, right? They're still young and naive,
Look,
so they gotta impress.
All I'm gonna say is that I remember when Joseph and I would consistently plot the demise of those around us, but it was just kid stuff,
Yeah.
And we always try to one-up each other. That's just natural.
Yeah. Boy, hey, look.
I suppose...
flashback to the kid playing with Sabo Needle, and the scene of him
he's finding Sabo Needle, and then he starts going, ooh, you're sharp. Ow!
Oh yeah,
all I do is
focus finger. I was like, man, if this kid doesn't focus finger, I'm gonna be so fucking mad at this show. But I really.
But also, hold on. But the thing is, he pokes his finger.
A fucking cactus. I don't care.
But he pokes his finger, and he goes. He pokes his finger, and then he goes, ow! And then it cuts to the dad going, you keep coming home late, and your grades are dropping, and you have all these cuts on your fingers. And I'm like, hey, that's usually a sign of something else, man. Not a sentient cactus.
Maybe we were wrong. Maybe the dad was right. Maybe William was just wrong for once, right? Like,
I think that...
Oh my God,
I think that it's relatively... I think that it's reasonable to not want your child to be hanging out with a fucking sentient cactus. I don't think it's reasonable to be like, have no friends.
Right? You
can't do anything other than fucking study. Like, don't socialize. I don't care.
Maybe that
Like
just
if you
install
start,
some iPad games on a stupid little iPad, you know.
yeah, but the iPad games are also always training him.
Okay, just so that the
It's
kid
like
knows
Ender's
the training
Game.
app, you know, right? Just so I know
Yeah.
what do you mean. You're just adding these numbers for fun, you know, right? You know?
Yeah.
Right, look, this is a maze game, you know? You gotta race to see how fast you can solve the maze, right?
Also, I just want you to understand that his father, in his infinite wisdom, found a talking, sentient, moving cactus creature in his son's room, assumingly, and then felt it necessary to come out and meet him to confront him with it, and not just immediately go, "What the fuck is that?" and try to chop it in half. Like,
my thing too
like,
is just like,
if I found a sentient cactus in my child's room, I'd be like, what the fuck is
what's
that?
even more
Like,
insane
I
is
would
just
be.
the fact that like he'll take like his next decision is not to cut it in half as it should have been, right? But his next
Right.
move was just take the cactus and then like tuck it in his jacket, like right against him. A sentient living cactus.
And also,
that could
then
very
come
much stab
to
him.
his son and go, get rid of this. Why does he have to get rid of this? What is the fucking lesson there? What the fuck kind of sick, twisted shit is this? I found your pet talking cactus, and now I need you to. You don't pull the trigger yourself. I don't care how you do it, but I never want to see this in my house again. I don't care if you old yeller it. I don't care if you fucking throw it in the fucking in a wood chipper. I want it gone and out of my house.
Oh my god. It's fucking insane.
But luckily, with the power of smartphone, again, the best character in this entire show, they track down Sabosuke's needles, and I guess follow the cookie crumbs to find the missing cactus. Great, cool, awesome. There's a bunch of other shit that happens with the rest of the cast, but none of it's fucking important. Fucking Spanner continues to be an asshole. Fucking goddamn Renge is Renge, and fucking Sabimaru continues to be weird.
Up to the teacher. Hey, yes, I was confronted by our mortal enemy. You know, right?
Yeah, Rene should have definitely feels like that's worth mentioning to the class. Like, hey, by the way, I did see this fucking guy. Like, I did meet this fucking like known terrorist. That's like causing all these problems for us. Just want you to know she's out there and she's trying to make contact with me. I don't know if you want to set up a sting operation or something.
All our trading cards, you know, we should probably, instead of having them on display in the middle of a classroom, we should probably put this in a vault, you know, right?
Oh god, if there's I'll be so happy if there is a part in this show where all of their fucking cards get robbed because they just have had them there and fucking the Lachesis or the Abyssal sisters just like sneak in, or like one of them gets in and just steals all the cards. It's like, no, we have to start all over again.
Yeah, look, yeah, but they found Sabonito, you know, right? Look,
yeah, Sabonito's there, just being chill. And also, guess who else found Sabonito? This giant bobble-headed man who turns out to be, oh my god, it's his dad. It's his dad. Now, look, the fact that it's his dad, I just want to point out, does not mean that he can't be a bad touch dad. There are bad dads out there. You know about that,
God.
William.
Why would you No, look, okay, stop. Look, just accept that I'm right and be glad that I'm right, okay? We don't need to make it worse.
Well,
we don't want to hope for a worse resolution.
You might not like this. Well, actually, no. I made a different meme this week than what I was initially going to make it. But I was still gonna be like, this is gonna be. I was just gonna make the meme from fucking Funhouse where it's like, hello HR. Instead, I was gonna be like, hello CPS. Yes, this is Kamen Rider. Yes, I'll hold.
Oh my god. Also, did we talk about like I mean, whatever, it's his father.
Look, we can talk about wherever we want.
Okay, fine. Alright, I'm gonna fucking talk about it then.
We talked
about like the whole
we just happened to be talking about Kamen Rider Gotchard, alright?
What do you call that? Like, we discussed about the arm poses, right?
Yeah, Did you find the arms? Hey, did you find the arms this week, kids? They're behind the back of the head, because the head this time is the ass end of the fucking dragonfly. That's what his pompadour is. It's the fucking butt of a dragonfly. And then the amalgam arms, the human arms, are crossed behind it like it's a cool anime character walking home from school. And so instead of having regular arms, his normal, actually, like, in-suit arms are two flappy little wing mittens that he swings around like fucking kitchen stove gloves.
I was really hoping they would be, like, more sword-like, but they're just so floppy.
Yeah, see, William, you didn't watch Kamen Rider Black Sun with Austin and I, but all this reminds me of is the whale kaijin in fucking Black Sun, because it's just a whale man. It's just a man, and it's a man in a whale suit. That whale suit then is also subsequently wearing a people suit. He's wearing not a suit of people made of people. He's wearing a suit made for a man.
Holy, it is so fucking bad.
He's wearing a suit made for a person. It is a whale person. There's a human being.
Is that a good?
The full costume is
really fucking bad.
A real human being inside of a whale monster. Yeah, that is a real human being inside of a whale monster suit, and then putting a human being's business suit on top of it. This is a really good shot. Fuck.
I'm trying to do a good shot of him with his stupid flippers and flappers, but there is.
So dumb.
Man, if you watch the scene, it's way more hilarious, especially when he tries to fight someone.
Oh yeah, he's also not a minor character. He's like supposed to be cool and like a supporting like ally. So he gets into a lot of fights defending there's way too many times where he's like, don't worry, I'll hold him off. You guys get out of here and go find Kamen Rider. And then it's like, what? And then the first time we see him transform, maybe it's the second time we see him transform. The second time we see him transform, he fights a crab kaijin, and he wins, and it's just like, how the fuck did you win? Like, he just used the power of his blowhole to spray really good, and slap him around a couple of times with the flippers. It's fucking insane.
Like, I had to...
You're dying, man. You're dying.
I had to zoom in on his face because I was very confused with what was going on for a hot second. So, like, I know there's stuff that whales eat as krill or whatever, but
you're dying, man. You're dying.
I'm getting multiple images.
Good. There's a good. This is apparently one of the thumbnail for the episode. Apparently, good. Thanks, Amazon. Thank you, Amazon Prime, for this fucking thumbnail.
Yeah, that's him getting a knuckle sandwich from Kamen Rider Black.
He just looks.
Hey, I want you to know the theme of that season was about racism. All right.
Oh, it was hardcore. It was hardcore. A very unsubtle reference to the Black Lives Matter movement and racial segregation, to the point where they have what was the sign that they had? Oh god. They had a in one of the protests they had like a sign that directly parodied like Black Lives Matter, right? Like it was like oh god, it was like oh god, I don't want to have to go back. It was really bad. It was really bad.
Wait, in the last episode, one of the kaijins, they fucking that was the thing when I was telling Tariq before we started. Like, I got in ahead and got the screen cap, so I was spoiled with knowledge, right? And I was like, there's gonna be a moment in this show where I was like, this episode was written right during the George Floyd event was happening in America. It was really bad and not very subtle.
Okay. Aside from the police brutality that happened, of them just like beating like a kaijin. There are 2 hangings that happen. Are they lynchings? You tell me. There were 2 lynchings. I just need to be really clear about that.
Yeah, Black Sun was a wild trip. Anyway,
no.
Sorry, you were so quiet. I wasn't sure that you
I kind of was like. I was in shock a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. One is a little bird boy, and one is some kind of dude. I don't know I forget what kaijin it was, but at the end there's a whole bunch of stuff where they go, "Oh, the cycle of violence still continues. People are still dying in the kaijin human wars. The people can never learn to accept each other." And then there's a shot of a kaijin hanging from a tree.
Wow.
But also they hang a little boy, little bird boy from the ceiling in front of his parents' house. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Do you want to see the best kaijin?
Sure.
From that?
Sure. And then we'll move
this will be the last thing
we'll move on, man.
Yeah, then we'll move on. Then we'll move on. But I gotta pull this up I'm gonna pull this up in a tab. There we go. All right, there we go. Command C and Command V. There you go. That is the Bat Kaijin. That is. Hey. What do you think that is? What do you think that is around his neck?
I would assume people.
It's not just people. It's him. It's his own fucking skin.
Yeah, so whenever he transforms, it's he wears his human flesh skin like a fucking scarf, you know. He got it accessorized.
That's just weird.
Also, he's got a bad leg, so he's not doing that pose because it's like he's in an action pose. He is constantly flying lopsided as a plot point, and it looks so fucking goofy the entire time. He can't land properly. He is literally a cripple, and it's just like, so he flaps around in like a plane that lost an engine, like flailing in like kind of in a curve at all times, and can't fucking like hold like steady. So he's just a weirdo.
He's also
Black Sun was
another important character within the show too, by the way.
Why did it have to do weird things with the skin, man? Like, no.
You can, if you look close enough, you can see his skin. You can see his face. You can see his face there, and both of his nipples.
But I don't want to.
Look, there's two little nippies.
I don't want to see that, man. Get that out of here.
So anyway, now that you have that for comparison, how do you feel about the amalgam in this episode?
Oh, the amalgam? So much better. So much better.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. It could be worse. Remember, kids, it could be worse.
I don't like that.
It doesn't necessarily get better, but it could be worse. It could be worse.
Oh my god.
Anyway, his dad thinks that it's perfectly acceptable to discipline his child with the powers of a dragonfly monster. And luckily, the sentient cactus goes, "Wow, that's a really bad take, dude." And somehow Ichinose's take is, "Hey man, I know you care about your son, but this isn't the way to do it." Do we know that he cares about his son? Because I think he cares about his son's raised.
Show at that point.
A guy who was not raised by who grew up without a dad, you know, right?
I mean, we don't know that his dad is completely gone. We just don't see him.
Daddy issues are coming along. He's like, every father loves their
Yeah,
kid,
like,
right?
yeah.
Even though mine left me.
A father should love their son.
Hey! You should stop abusing your son. You know, right? You're lucky you guys have a father-son relationship. You know, right?
Yeah. You should take whatever you can.
Like,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, boy,
and
hey,
then
look,
Clotho shows.
It finally took me into this episode to realize something. I realized why I hate the Gotcha suit so much. Right? I feel like something has been off since they revealed it. And I finally realized.
Do you mean the base suit?
Yeah, the base.
The base suit, you mean?
Yes.
What is it?
Basic metallic silver, whose reflection is so bad that every time they have to focus, they need to fucking put white cardboard around the camera so it doesn't show up. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The colors makes no sense. I realized the metallic blue actually makes no sense for this form. Right.
Yeah. Because he fuses a train with
a
green grasshopper,
right?
And also,
right?
it's a purple-black train, and it's a purple themed card and a orange-backed green grasshopper card, and somehow he gets sky blue.
Mm-hmm. Right,
I've taken color theory. That's not how that works.
Really match with the ones, right? Because it took me to listen all to realize, but if you look at all his other form when he does his gacha form, the colors match, right? Like they're actually the colors of every of his other chemis when he transformed actually matches the actual form,
Right.
right? Like it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like they mix. Right, like if they were doing like a mix, like you mix two colors, like you mix, like if his two
Which
colors was like a
is
red
not
and
how. Which is not how any of these colors would mix. By the way, they just look like a shitty brown.
Right, yeah, right. But like if they were doing that from the beginning, I'd be like, okay, I can accept this blue. But it probably occurred to me that for some reason this base form just has a different color palette in terms of transformation than every other form within the show whenever they do a
Especially
form, right?
when you also look at Valvrad, who also his colors make sense for him, right? Because he still has Mad Wheel, which Mad Wheel's purple and fucking white or whatever. Like that, all of the colors there make sense. And
Yeah, like,
even
if they
when
wanted
we
to
see
do a metallic sky blue, I was like, yeah, sure. I don't care. Fuck, at least you could have made the train blue. You could have just gave me a blue train, you know. I like that.
And also, we've already had like a blue train before that like is sentient that we could use for this.
Yeah,
I'm of course talking
It
about.
probably occurred to me this part, right?
I'm of course talking about this
Kamen
one.
Rider in the past, any of their like colored or their transformations, kind of, are thematically the color of their form. Like with Geese was he uses a white buckle. His prime then his form was white. Saber uses a red buff.
Yeah.
His color, his base rider form primarily red. You know, right? Every Kamen Rider.
Yeah, and even when he adds another book, it just adds those colors on.
Right, yeah, like every form has thematically matches their trinket, but for some reason when he does Steam Hopper, I was like, it just goes blue for some reason. Like I have no problem.
Yeah,
this
we
blue
just
color
wanted
looks
it to
nice,
be blue.
It's metallic. It's shiny, cool. The kids will love that. The kids, hey, look, that's
we
how you
could have
get
made
kids,
it-
You know,
we could have
with
made it
shiny,
Gordon. We could have made it
with
Gordon,
The shiny,
but
with
nope.
a shiny moving object, you know, that's how you get their attention, right?
Yeah.
But boy, man,
Yeah.
But the fucking cards just being two random colors, right? And it just finally clicked to me with this episode that it's actually distracting me, and right.
Yeah. Glad
Yeah.
he figured that out. Lord, yeah.
Okay, anyway, that's my rant. Hey, and then what's her name?
Then we get the
lactose
Dokiri
intolerant
shovel.
show up and be like, hey, put me in. I'm coming in too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she also decides to become Amalgam.
Yeah.
Again, with arms, weirdly play. I don't understand what the thing is about the extra arms. I really don't get it. I don't understand what this theme is for. But sure, fine, fuck it.
It's
They
like,
have
the only
extra
real
arms.
thing is just like, or at least the extra arms, and we're talking about the Malcolms, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's always like it's like the pose that they have in like their most, I don't know, anguished or whatever the fucking negative emotion is. You know, that's
yeah,
like the only
I
thing
guess,
I've ever noticed.
or I don't know. It's like it would make sense if there was a pattern between like which of the sisters like turned somebody, but it doesn't seem like there's any like rhyme or reason to where the arms are.
I mean,
Like they're all different places.
no, you know, I get that. But the thing is, the only thing I can really say is because I've noticed it especially in this episode. Mainly because one of the sisters, who's I don't remember what she was. She was the one who was using Happy Clover to transform or something.
That's Clotho.
Lactose intolerant. Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, lactose intolerant.
I thought it was Clotho.
And then she would do. She
I
would,
thought it
like,
was
put her
Clotho.
arms
Isn't
in
it
a certain
Clotho?
pose, and then that's how you get two
Oh, yeah, I
arms.
guess.
And they also did it happen with the father when he was like, he's like, I won't let you do this. I won't let you have friends. Puts hands on head, and then transforms, and then they're stuck. In
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Hold on. Now we're getting somewhere, William. You're cooking with sauce.
Yeah, it was like literally the only thing I
Okay.
noticed because like I just noticed it this episode because it's just like
Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, wow, interesting. Okay. All right, yeah, and then his arms get, like, pulled back there, and then he gets new arms. Okay. All right, William.
so like.
I see
I
you.
don't know,
You're
like,
smart.
I don't know if maybe in this case, it's weird. I wish there was an explanation, but I'm only in my theorizing mode at this point. But like maybe
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
hey,
the
that's a good
amalgam-
theory.
the
That's a game
amalgam,
theory.
Or like the Kemi takes control. I think.
Well,
And that's why there's, like, it's like
okay,
the
William.
dragonfly has the arms or
Ooh,
something,
interesting.
but it's just kind of like. I always kind of figured.
Well,
if
now
that
I
was
want
the case,
somebody
it would be
to-
the other way around, or maybe it's them like.
Now I want someone to turn into Amalgam and just stick their arms straight out so they just have two
just
protruding arms
just sticking out like
at all times.
God, that'd be a hellish way to have to just like stunt acting. Can you imagine like if they had to do flips and
Oh, it
shit?
is Lachesis.
Like
yeah.
with two arms just sticking out like that?
Yeah, that'd be fucking insane. What isn't insane with this, what the fuck is it? What's the fucking form this time? It's the shovel shit.
Yeah.
The shovel with the magic.
Dokiri shovel. Yeah, it's Dokiri Majin and Gut shovel. I think that the color palette for it is fine. I don't like the weird, like whatever the fuck the ability is supposed to be. That seems like a really weird power.
Arbitrary ability, right?
I make bubbles that can
be using cards or something like that, like how it was in the image.
Yeah, or something. But nope. It's just a random fucking ability.
Hey, look, what do you mean? What do you mean? Bubbles. Hey, Tariq, you love bubbles in Kamen Rider, you know? He brings back the bubbles, you know? It's the bubbles, you know?
All right, well, you know what I really like in Kamen Rider?
Bubbles halfway, like
cool. I like cool fights with swords that they get creative with the use for. Hey, Valvrad's fight is fucking awesome. Okay, he's still definitely like the asshole character, but he's too cool for school, guys. He's fucking fighting Lachesis, and they have this whole like fight scene at like 16 minutes in. Or 16 minutes in, and like Lachesis parries like his sword and knocks it out of his hand. It does like 2 full rotations and he catches it back again.
Oh, you know what a fucking good shot that was, you know, right?
Good.
I was amazed that they performed I'm amazed that they performed. As soon as they also did that shot without like a cut. I mean, they technically do a cut, right? So I assume they did a double. They did two angles.
I assume that they did one cut, which was her knocking it out, and then another cut of it just being thrown up into the air. But he also, I want to point out,
that is a really cool shot, you know.
Yeah,
right?
he just fucking grabs it and goes, all right, fuck you.
You realize he doesn't need all these stupid fucking forms. He's like, hey, no.
Yeah, why use another form?
I have a big stick. You know, hey, look, my favorite president is Roosevelt.
I think it's FDR. Yes, it's either FDR or Teddy.
It should be Teddy. It should be Teddy.
Yeah, look, hey, that's the thing about Spotter. Big fan of U.S. presidential history. He didn't know what they
it's Teddy. Yeah, it's Teddy.
Or their policy. He was like, man, that president had a big. That president's motto was, I'm gonna use a big stick to somebody. Like, yeah, I understand him. I get it.
I mean, if there's one childhood rule that I think has stayed true for all time, it's that a big stick wins. Yeah. The biggest stick is gonna win.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much guaranteed.
Also, we have.
Hey, boy, man, I don't know what the point of Dokiri Shovel. Ever just go back to Saba Needle as the finisher form? I guess this was supposed to be the
but we just wanted to get it out of the way.
Right?
We just wanted to get it out of the way and show that we'd made it. Okay,
also,
if this shows up later, then we don't have to present like it happening. Yeah.
I mean, every of his rider has done that. You know.
What?
Right, where they do like his rider suit, and then they do like the weird animal fucking CG.
No,
thing, right?
that. But I'm just glad like the eagle actually has some relevance, you know, rather than those lame ass wings that we saw last episode. That's what I'm saying. So, he's just like, look, he's in the eagle form. He's kind of flying.
Now he's an eagle. But also, hey, this is, I think, the 4th or 5th time that we've had an insert song used in this fucking show. And we're on episode 8.
Insert song?
It's the same insert song over and over again. But also, that's most of the episodes at this point have played the insert song. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
I think at this point
it's kind of getting overused. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, they must really think this insert song is a banger. They're really putting all their money into this insert song, right?
Like, why is it fucking like? Why are they putting these?
Man, you feel if it'd be for like an actual big arc that they would kind of use that, right? But it doesn't.
Yeah, right. Normally, that's what they. It's Rising Fighter. It's okay. The artist is Beverly, who is the. I think she's either. She's either married to the leader of Back On, or she is. Let's see. This is also not the best. The best song that she's done, because she did the banger that was the Kamen Rider Build opening.
I went back to the Discord because I was thinking you were gonna might post it.
What? I said that we've already have a sentient blue train that we could have used, but we didn't.
I really want to just ignore it, but I hate his fucking smug aura. It mocks me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but yeah.
What do you mean? It mocks you? It's smug or it challenges you? What about Gordon, the asshole of the trains?
Okay, I don't want to go. I don't want this fucking recording.
Look, I have
last any
opinions about
longer.
Gordon in the Thomas the Tank Engine universe.
But-
That guy was an asshole.
But yeah, I mean, like, fuck, I don't even remember where we were.
I wish he had stayed stuck in that tunnel.
Hey, look, they defeat the dad, you know, they catch the car, you know, like, and they're like, hey,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
at the end, they're like, hey, should we do something about this abusive father, you know, right?
Yeah, who
And
is
the team's like, no, hey,
depriving his son of socialization of people his own age, or just people in general, to an almost violent degree. Clearly shows signs of mental instability because he turned to the evil church, the evil Greek Catholic Church, to get alchemy chimera powers, and then used it to attack anybody that distracted his son from learning.
but he learned his
and
lesson,
their teachers,
you know, right? There you go, right?
Yeah.
and their teachers' solution, despite Sabonito making an adorable little flower to give to the kid, is I'm still gonna wipe this kid's fucking memory. I hope he doesn't ask questions about where he got this fucking flower.
Well, man, hey, here's the thing, right? So the teacher obviously is gonna wipe the memory of both the child and dad. Do they remember how this event comes out? Like all of a sudden, why is the dad just all of a sudden nice to his son? Like, and why he stopped telling his son, hey,
Oh,
go
this
study.
definitely feels like they are fucking with their brains very selectively, and that's going to fuck them up. Like, this seems like
Okay.
you're
Right?
scrambling
Well,
their
Well, do you
brains.
think there's just gonna be large gap in their memory?
Yeah. They are browning out.
I'm not gonna lie. When that happened, like, first of all, I know they didn't do that, did this, but like, the thing is, it just felt like as soon as he was wiping their memories away, he just like magically lobotomized them or something. So that way they're like,
no,
Oh,
you remember
100%.
the Men in Black situation? You remember how in Men in Black, every time they meet, after they tell the person that
Yeah,
they're
after
just
you
gonna
do
go
it too
along
many
with
times, you
oh,
get-
do you think it's like
yeah.
this? Like he wipes the dad.
I think it's-
Hey, he tells the dad,
I
hey,
think
you
it's
gotta
like
be good to your son now. You know, stop.
I think it's like when you. I think it's like in What We Do in the Shadows, where they hypnotize the fucking their friend from like across the street or something too many times, and he gets the brain scramblies.
oh yeah,
And he just starts getting dumber and dumber.
He just didn't know what anything fucking was.
He starts getting like increasingly stupid as the seasons go on because they keep fucking hypnotizing him, and he's already a Staten Island idiot. But it's like it's getting bad. Like he's getting a little bit like drooly from the mouth. Like it's really fucked.
Oh my god, I would love it. That was a thing. That'd be.
I mean, it really feels like it. Like this kid, because the kid is like, "Come on, let's play again," and then Ichino's like, "Wait, what? Do you have your memories?" Like, "No, kick the can." You know, the thing that we were doing back in the park, and then something happened to the can. I think it got struck by something.
I don't know how we got from the park to here.
I-
And it's now
yeah.
when we were talking 5 seconds. So it was the middle of the day, but it's now apparently evening. You know, I don't know how we got here so fast.
Also, the core reason that he interacted with this guy in the first place, why this kid interacted with Ichinose in the first place, is because he went there to give away Sabo Needle. The entire catalyst for him meeting Ichinose should have been wiped from his memory, but he's still like, "Oh yeah, you're the guy that I know for... I know I went to a cafe, restaurant, I asked you about something." And then you start seeing, like, blood drip from the kid's nose as he, like, starts fucking, like, having an aneurysm.
Oh my god.
And the dad, like, gets up to be like, "Hey, why are you talking to my son? Oh, wait, I shouldn't do that.
You think
Oh,
you
fuck."
think
And
that's
then
how
a little
they
bit of
keep the
blood
natural order?
comes from his
just,
ears
like-
and, like, a little bit from his eye.
It's just like that's how they keep the natural order. Because if they start
Like,
thinking about it too
I'll
much,
be honest,
they're just
I
gone.
think-
The witnesses are
I
gone.
think the alchemists are fucking with natural order. Isn't that literally the whole problem with alchemy? Is that you're trying to break the laws of nature?
Pretty much.
I
So, I
think
mean,
they're
it's pretty
fucking with
hypocritical,
natural order
honestly.
way more. Like, it's way more natural order fuckery than, like, anything else. And then the teacher just fucking leaves because he's like, "I've done my job. I've wiped their memories. Bye-bye now. You kids have fun."
Dude, if they treat that as a twist later on in the season, I'm gonna maul. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean,
Yeah, but don't
I
worry,
mean,
look, it doesn't matter. Look, they got a new trading card. You know, right here you go.
yeah, in our nice backlit collection that we stick on the wall, and nothing bad could ever happen to it. Never
Also, there was,
again.
like,
Not
2
at all.
copies of Sabonito. I just kept noticing that whenever like Ichinose was talking to Sabonito in his hand, and
Yeah,
then the one
I
on the
think-
fucking monitors.
I
is
don't
like,
understand.
Oh, yeah,
why
what the
there's two.
fuck?
I think the one in the glass is like the original, and they can just call upon recreation, I guess.
No, here's
Right.
my thing though, right? So like, if that's the case,
I mean,
can you just like?
but the whole thing is that
keep
there's
making more
108 or
chemis?
whatever of these
Like,
chemis.
multiple chemis.
Yeah, that's the thing is there's also yeah, the thing is there's supposed to be like what is it? It's 101 chemis, right?
Yeah,
And they're each individual chemis.
right.
So are there 101? There are 101 individual chemis. How many copies are
just
there?
recording the Sabonito into the big
I
display
mean,
glass.
it
I
seems
think
like
that
that, but
might
they
actually
also
be-
put
right, 'cause
cards.
if you watch the scene carefully, there's like a quick flash behind the Sabonito card before he moves. His
I
hand
guess
away, right?
it captures the spirit of it in like it's keeping it in a
Yeah,
fucking
like a Pokédex.
Scooby Doo
like,
painting.
I think he might just be registering it in the Pokédex, right? So
Yeah,
so
okay.
Ichinose still has the original. He has like the sentient Sabonito card that can only say its name.
Okay.
Sabonito,
I mean,
you know,
if
right?
that's the case, I'll accept it. But the thing is, like, for one, they don't explain that, and two, it's just like. It makes me.
Oh, wait, you don't understand. Look,
It just
how
makes
do
me
you
think
not
that you
say
can
this
make
is just the
multiple
natural
copies of
order of
chemis, and
things
if that was
as it
the case,
happens?
then why doesn't the enemy just make a copy of the chemis that they have? Like, all right, here you have this one, we have this one here. We're just gonna. cause
Yeah,
havoc
but the
and
problem is
see it.
that look, the enemies still have their own Pokédex. It turns out, you know, right? They only have to.
The thing is, how they're apparently all powerful sisters of fate.
Oh, they did not go visit Professor Oak on their 10th birthday. You know, one of them's not even 10 yet to get their Pokédex. You know, right?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Remember, when you have to be 10 years old to get your Pokédex, it's literally explained in the first
the fuck
episode
is
of the
this
anime.
Oh my.
What the fuck is this one? Where's this chemi?
Are you looking up Kenny's now? Oh man, so you're gonna.
I went because I wanted to know how many. I wanted to know how many there were, and then wow, this is a garbage ass picture. There is not enough. Boy, this is not gonna come out good. I'm just copying. This is a tiny ass picture. I'm just letting you know. I want this chemi so fucking bad.
The hell is?
Fuck is this?
And that.
Oh wait, no,
I might
see
be
this
a little
one.
bit
No,
biased.
This is the fucking
I
Gundam
might be a little bit-
Chemi. Oh yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a Gundam Chemi later in the show. By the way,
Wait,
don't be
wait.
shocked when we see
Okay,
it.
hold on. When you say that, I'm assuming one of two things: either it's Gundam-like or an actual Gundam.
I mean,
It-
it's definitely not an actual Gundam.
Damn it. Fuck. Now I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Also,
I've
I
seen
want
this.
you to
I've
know
actually-
that this robot is listed under the artifact category, not vehicle.
Oh yeah, no, here. Oh here, I got it.
Artifact.
Here. Hold on.
How?
Do.
How does that make sense?
Here.
Considering you need a person
I
to
don't
highlight
know.
a Gundam in
I
the
don't know
first
where they
place,
got the
or,
full
mech,
image up, but
whatever.
here's the actual card image, by the way.
There we go. Yeah, look at that shit.
Wait, man,
Yo,
this
why
thing's
does it-
actually just
why
straight
does
up
it
a
actually
Gundam.
look
Holy
cool?
shit, they didn't even.
I actually
That
want to
is
see
that
this.
is some fucking that is some Gal Gaigar looking shit. That is some
Oh wait,
Aquarian
is this
evil
thing's true
ass.
combo with a fucking bat? That's insane! Holy shit!
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
what is its
What?
combo?
Oh wait, this is insane!
Oh wait, that could be cool though. That could be cool.
Man, man.
Ooh.
All right. Take your bets. Take your bets. Are we gonna see this form in the show? This is definitely the
God.
coolest gotcha form combo so far for
I
me.
choose to believe, Austin. I choose to believe yes. Okay. That's my bet.
I choose to believe no, because I think that the world is punishing me and will not truly give me what I want.
All right, hey, real quick, hey, before we end this, hey, don't create shovel, whatever the fuck, D tier,
Yeah.
D tier. I'm putting that.
Yeah,
form
D tier,
in
absolutely.
That
Fucking
is good
fucking
looking form. It is
trash.
I
It looks
don't understand what they're trying to do with the form. I think the top hat makes it look really fucking stupid. I understand it's supposed to be a magician.
and the question marks are fucking stupid too. Yeah.
Right, yeah, it is. I think this card is actually trying too much for some reason. Honestly.
Honestly, for me, like, don't get me wrong.
I
I think it's like the best one.
Governor,
but-
this is the cover gotcha. This is the only podcast that watches the form and rate them too. By the way.
Oh, nice, good to
Yeah,
know.
and also we have memes.
But I also, for some reason, like,
Yeah.
Anyway, I think like
Yeah.
for,
Hey,
for,
hey.
like,
Spotter says, "Hey, next time you're gonna owe me money, and that's it." And then
Yeah.
the sister are arguing about how they fucked up.
But
Hey,
they
the sister
didn't
should
really
have asked
fuck
their
up,
sister. The
apparently.
sister should have learned how to work together. Right? Instead of plotting against each other. Right?
Yeah, but siblings do what siblings must.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
even
like
in the
threaten to
genocide
kill
of others.
children. Yeah.
Is that it? Are we ending this?
Yeah, we're ending this.
Yep.
All right. That's this week's episode. Okay, thanks. Bye.
So, I guess I'm, today on story time, I forgot to mention this, like, last month, I guess
Okay.
it happened.
Is this a story you've been holding on for a month now?
No, it's not like I did it intentionally, it's just, it's funny because William doesn't even know about the Konnichiwa story, but I've been having just a... Hey, William, you may want to jump back into the Power Rangers system so that you can hear this story from both me and Molly's perspectives. Because let me tell you, Austin, you're gonna have to bleep this next second out. Be tripping.
Yeah, we're only interview for you to remember.
But this is different. This is the opposite. This is Community Season 2 Episode 1, where Troy makes a Twitter account that is just Pierce's insane ramblings of an old white man. So he just calls it Old White Man Says, and he's getting a bunch of fucking like followers because he's just literally posting what fucking Pierce is saying. I need to steal that idea because at this point the things that happened
is this
to
still
me
about your boss that wore his dead friend clothes and lived in his house for a week?
This is not my boss. This is one of the other old white men that I work with.
Okay, yeah.
So I've described before with my work, like, with the exception of myself and Molly and one other guy that's like part-time and long distance, like doesn't consistently work for the company. Everybody else that consistently works in the company is definitely a member of like the AARP, like, and also doesn't have to worry about like getting stopped by the police. Okay, like they're old and they're white as fucking goddamn sauerkraut. Okay.
That's a description.
But the one coworker I get paired up with the most for doing jobs, let's just think of a fake, a totally random name that isn't him at all. Let's say it's somebody named Bob.
Okay.
Maybe that's his real name. Maybe it's not. I know
name.
he doesn't he doesn't go on YouTube, and I certainly know that he's not going to fucking check out
Does
this
he know
shit.
what YouTube is?
I mean, he knows what YouTube is, but he also apparently doesn't know that if you play fucking goddamn solitaire on your goddamn computer right next to somebody as you're waiting for the election to start, turn off the goddamn sound. I don't want to hear your digital cards shuffling around the fucking goddamn thing at full volume. That's an insane thing to do. It's like telling a child to turn off the sound on their Game Boy. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so that's hypothetical Bob. Now, hypothetical Bob and I, there's about I'd say conservatively, a 38-year difference between us. He's probably, if he isn't 70 already, he's getting there. But I'm pretty sure he's as old, if not older than my boss, and my boss is 70. All right? So, that's about all the context that really needs to be put up for this. Here's what happened. What had happened was, we were finishing an election in fucking St. Louis. I don't care for St. Louis. This is my first time being there, but it was like, whatever, fine, I don't care. We do this election. We finish the whole thing, do the job, and then Bob calls the Uber because we're both going to the airport, and we're just fucking leaving straight from the client's location.
Right.
And Bob sees the name again. Old white man sees the name. And he's like, "Huh? I don't. Okay, I gotta look up."
This story.
I don't even remember what the man's. I don't remember what the fucking guy's name, but let's say it was Gazaros or something, right? Something completely like foreign. And he's like, "Huh, that's an interesting." He's like, "That's an interesting name." I'm like,
Key and Peele sketch? Is this the Key and Peele substitute teacher?
no, it was something where you looked at it, where I looked at it and saw it too, and I was like, "Huh, I don't know who that like, I've never seen that kind of name before." And so I was like, "Whatever, that's fine." The driver pulls up, and first of all, the guy walks out of the car wearing a One Piece Film Red t-shirt with a relatively new Luffy tattoo on, and when we get in the car, he has dangling keychains of both Zoro and Luffy on his rearview mirror.
He's a One Piece fan, Hey, One Piece is hot right now, right? Netflix live action series, yeah.
But I don't like talking to people. So in my mind, I thought, the most I might say or bring up about this is I might say, as I leave the car, "Hey, cool shirt, by the way. Dig the One Piece swag." And then leave it at that. Shoot him a compliment and walk away so I can't have a conversation. That is my plan, right? Bob's plan...
man, I can feel where this is heading towards now.
Bob's plan is to not let me have any goddamn peace. Because first he starts asking me about, like, I mean, mind you, this is a reasonable thing when you're sharing an Uber. It's like, "Hey, where are you flying out of? Like, what gate? Because there's different terminals and shit, blah, blah." And I'm like, I'm flying out of fucking I'm flying out with fucking Southwest. He's like, "Oh, Southwest, that sucks. Southwest sucks." I'm like, "Yeah, I only did it because I had to go to this thing at the last minute. It's the only thing that could give me a direct flight."
You guys in town for a card game tournament, right? Stuff like that.
I had to get this last minute, but it's, it is what it is, so fuck it. And he's like, "Yeah, well." Then the fucking Uber driver jumps in and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of choices here, actually, in St. Louis. You can get flights even all the way to, like, straight to Germany. They have a flight straight to Germany, like, out there. I can get, like, from here to Armenia, like, pretty easily." And here's where the tides change. We went from talking about airlines to Bob, the next sentence coming out of Bob's mouth being, Armenia, so is that where you're from?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I've been here for, like, 19 years or something." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool. But, man, Armenia, huh? You guys aren't in the news right now for the best of reasons." And I wanted to duck and roll out of the fucking vehicle. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What are you trying to start? And I need you to understand, this was not a situation where we were close to the airport. This was 5 minutes into the 28-minute car ride. So then following 20 some odd minutes were because the Armenian guy, rightfully so, was like, "What? Like, what have you heard?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, just, all this, like, I disassociated for so much of this. I don't even know what the fuck Bob brought up that was in the news. I don't pay attention to the Armenian news. This was also before we got to the current situation in Gaza right now. So that's an important thing to, like, make a distinction, because God help me if he had done that now, I'd lose my fucking mind. But it's still... So he starts having a conversation with him about, "Oh, well, such and such thing in Armenia." He's like, "Oh yeah, well, it's messed up, but it's like this whole thing." Bob asks him, like, they start talking about shit, and he's like, how'd you wind up coming to the US anyway? Which, disengage, please, stop. And it's like, the guy's like, well, when I was young, my family had to flee, and we had to leave our home, and we went to Russia for a while, and then when we were about 15, we were able to move to the U.S. And I'm like, you literally just had this man tell his refugee story. Like, holy fuck, what the fuck, why would you do this? And then he's like, but yeah, man, there's a lot of fucked up things in Armenia. I mean, I don't necessarily think that Armenia is perfect, but but I think that's mostly the government's fault. To which he begins to describe his issues with the Armenian government, and then also say that, like, but the U.S. won't do anything to help Armenia with all this shit. But they sure love helping Ukraine. I don't know if they've got some dirt on Joe Biden or something, but like I'm like, no, please, no, please, no, please. And so it keeps going like this, and then he's like, but yeah, man, I really hate the fucking prime minister of Armenia. Like, our prime minister, he needs to. He's like, who was the president that got shot? And I was like, do you mean JFK? And then he was like, and then Bob was like, well, maybe he means Lincoln. I'm like, I mean, Reagan got shot, but he lived. We've actually got a good handful of presidents that got shot. And then the driver chimes in and goes, no, that's the one who was the one that got shot, like, while he was, like, driving? I'm like, JFK? And he's like, yeah, that's what should happen to our prime minister. I'm like, oh, that's a hot take, my guy, that you're sharing with strangers in a car that you're driving and can't escape. Like, oh man, that's a spicy meatball. And it's just like, it just keeps coming up, and it's like, I can't escape. And then because of the way that our fucking flights are, Bob has the first, like, gets out of the car first because his terminal is closer. So Bob gets out and he goes, see you on the next election, Tariq. I go, and I'm like, haha, yeah, Bob, fuck you, I'll kill you. And then he leaves, and then the door closes, and then we're just like, and then he just, like, drives away. He starts driving, it's like slow, and it's like, huh. And then he scratches like his arm where his tattoo is, and I go, fresh ink? He's like, oh yeah, it's this guy. He points to the Luffy tattoo. I'm like, yeah, I know you like I go, yeah, I know you like One Piece. I thought that the first time. I know you're wearing a t-shirt. Change the topic to talking about One Piece. I'm like, One Piece, just, I didn't want to have this conversation with you, but now it's the only way to fix this scenario, because Jesus Christ, this is so bad. This is the worst thing I've ever been through.
Man, it would have been great if like, after that, she says that, man, how about that film Red, huh? You watched that film Red? Yeah.
I mean, it really was like, whew, so Wano just wrapped up in the anime, huh? That's crazy, man. Yeah, I can't believe that.
Yeah,
oh, man.
That
whole thing.
Luffy, right?
Yeah, I mean, really, it was like,
cool,
it was really like that. It was really like that, and it was just like, ooh, boy. And we just talked about that, and then it just like, and I was just like, all right, cool, man, nice conversation. And then I got out of the car and went, what the fuck? What the fuck, man?
I think in the middle of listening to that, I ended up disassociating for a hot second too. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was like fucking Saving Private Ryan, where my ears are ringing and I'm like shell shocked, like, oh.
You're just
fuck.
watching that fucking minefield of a conversation happen. You're just wondering how you didn't get hit.
It's like I'm looking at the minefield of a conversation going, I can't believe they've done this to me. And then I'm like,
you just keep seeing.
And then I look, and then I kept looking up. And I kept looking up because I could see he had his fucking, like, the car holder for his phone, so I could see the ETA from, like, Uber on there, and I was like, 17 minutes? Are you fucking kidding me?
I just like the image of you, like, shell shocked on, like, Normandy Beach, and it's like in front of you. You're absolutely fine. Everything is chaos, but for some reason nothing is hitting you. And in front of you is Bob, who keeps walking into every fucking bullet minefield and whatever trap there is, and still somehow still going.
It's like, and also because of like I was just. It was just one of those things of, like, you know, Bob's sitting on one side in the back seat, I'm sitting on the other, So he says that, and then I just turn my head to the right and stare out the window and lean against the door, like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Like, just like this is my personal hell. I'm in limbo now, and I will die. This is it. This is my final goodbye. If
it helps to take away the pain, Tariq, I can always take another hiatus and you can.
I'll kill you. I'll slit your fucking throat. I'll slit your throat and feed it to the fucking air pipes that you fucking air plumber. I'll feed it to the fucking pipes. It was bad. Life is bad.
All right, that was good.
Anyway, yeah, that's a tale in the life of old white man that I work with says.
Good lord, I hope you have more.
Oh, I do. I just haven't brought them up usually because I've said some of them, but again, my boss living in his dead friend's house after his friend died, which is still wild. And the funny thing about that whole thing is. It kind of it has now turned into this weird fucking renaissance for him. So feel free to hear more about that later.
Yeah, for sure.